Welcome to the JAMODI podcast, where we interview coaches and leaders to find out not just what they do, but how they do what they do. Becoming the best version of ourselves is JAMODI, just a matter of doing it. First question, what style of play do you love teaching?
I really like teaching playing really fast. All kids think that's what they want to do. They want to get up and down, they want to play really fast until they realize what it takes for us to be able to do that, and how well conditioned your team has to be, and how much running we have to do. But a lot of our drills, we do a lot of drills that look the way we want to play. So it's really fast, it's really up and down. It teaches guys how to score going as fast as they can. And it's good. I mean, got to have, good enough players that they can put the ball in the hole. But pre-playoff, we averaged about 90 points a game. That's a lot of points. It's a lot of
With
points,
no
but
shot clock.
with no shot clock,
Yeah.
no shot clock. No, we really want to score in transition.
Yeah.
I think it's really hard to score 5-on-5. So if you can get numbers and we consider numbers different. You don't have to necessarily have a number advantage.
Yeah.
But if you have 3-on-3, that's numbers. That's enough open space to create, and it's hard to guard. It's hard to stay in front of good players. But once you get to there's 5 defenders down there, it's hard to score. It's really hard to score. So we really want to score before you have 5 defenders down on the defensive end. And then defensively, I really like to teach. I love teaching it, but we don't do it much anymore. Is what we call our scramble, full court run and jump, just chaotic defense. But we work here to win state championships. It's really hard to beat really good teams pressing and trapping and running and jumping. So we'll teach it, but we don't run it a whole lot. But I do enjoy teaching it.
Yeah, I'll take the offensive end first. I think you're right. Like, no numbers, there's really no such thing, because a special playmaker can take a 2-on-3 or even a 1-on-4 and
Right.
draw multiple defenders, be powerful and poised enough to make a great play. But you got to instill that confidence. How do you instill confidence in those guys to play fast? And they're probably making some mistakes early on. So
Right.
how do you help them work through that?
We allow them to do what they're good at. So, like right now in the spring, we're playing a lot. I just watched an hour of open gym, but our open gym is different, where they're either going 3-on-3, full court, cutthroat, or 4-on-4. And we just for several days we won't say a word. We'll just let them get up and down. But then the next day we come in there and say, okay, you shot a whole lot of contested shots and you're not very good at it. But then we do have a couple kids that they're pretty good, tough shot makers.
Life's not fair, right?
Yeah. And then so they all know, once we get to going, you get to do what you're good at. So if you're a good shooter, you get to shoot. If you can't make shots, you don't get to shoot. You got to be a really good screen setter or a really good rebounder. And you gotta find ways to bring value to the program. And different guys can do it different ways, but we give them enough practice and enough reps that confidence is built, because then once you get good at something, you're allowed to do it. And if you got enough guys ahead of you, then you got to figure out some things you need to start doing better.
Or different. Yeah, you need to find a new avenue. I think it's really cool that you're saying is you give them opportunities to show you, because I think players will tell you, I'll tell you, this is what I'm really good at, and they'll keep telling you over and over again. But at some point they have to show you, and then you're also giving them the reps to where they can never say, I never had an opportunity to show you.
No, I mean, everything we do a lot of basketball. We give them rep after rep. All of our drills, like I said, look like the way we play. So if you're good at doing it in the drill, you're probably going to be pretty good at doing it in what we're doing when we get up and down. So I mean, the confidence comes in, and like I tell them, if I put you in, that means I've got confidence in you. Mm. So, other than that, I don't know of a magic way to give a kid confidence.
Right.
And I tell them, Bobby Knight was one of my mentors back when I first became a head coach. They recruited one of my players at Texas Tech, and so I would talk to Coach Knight about once a week, and he would call me, and I mean it was great. And then after that, I became a college coach at Stephen F. Austin. So we would be on the road together, or we would run into each other on the road recruiting kids. And one thing that sticks with me, when he would be calling me about, and I would complain about parents, and just say, what's going on? Well, I mean, this kid, Billy's mom is saying that I'm taking his confidence, and finally he just said, David, shut up. Just tell them it's not your job to give them confidence. It's their job to give you confidence.
Wow.
And that's something I tell my kids, like, look, I'm the decision maker. You have to give me the confidence to put you in the game. And if I'm putting you in the game, I'm telling you I've got confidence in you. So other than that, you're going to get your reps in practice. You're going to get plenty of opportunities to help me build confidence in me. And that's what's most important. And our guys, they get it. They get it. We talk to our guys a lot, every day. We communicate with our guys every day. I never want a kid to go home and have a parent ask them, how's it going? And them not be able to answer, or if a mom says, hey, why aren't you getting to play? I want them to know. I want them to be able to verbalize and to communicate that with their parents. Well, I'm not doing this. I'm not good enough at this, or I'm not, whatever it is. And that's really eliminated a lot of parent meetings. We don't have a whole lot of parent meetings because we communicate so well with our guys that they know why they're not getting the playing time that their parents would like.
Yeah, that's great, because I think you're right on the money, where the frustration in players comes a lot is if they truly believe they don't know why.
Right.
But when you're having those kind of proactive conversations, either at practice or after practice, and letting them know the why, one, it shows that you care. You're not just sending the kid off to, I don't really care how you feel. This is just what we're doing. It shows that you care. And you're right. I mean, that allows them to go home and let their parents know the conversations that are being had. I think that's brilliant. I do. Thank you for checking out today's episode. Please take a moment to subscribe to this podcast, share it with your fellow coaches, and find us on social media for what's coming up next on the JAMODI podcast. It's just a matter of doing it.